Party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Rog Smuve and Los, Rumble, Aldo NICE is the uncle.
The fact that it's projected that we're masked up and social distancing till 2022 is crazy and straight mind-blowing. And with this just brings me to my next point. I must have been watching a game between flipping with the debate when that little tidbit was dropped, but it came across my desk, and for about a week now I just been chewing on the fact that, we're going to be in this state till about 2022. And I cannot come to no clear-cut conclusion because I just don't know what this means. I'm thinking like, damn, does this mean no family functions, no family gatherings, no holidays, no football games, no basketball games, no large gatherings? Is restaurants still risky business? Like, what does this mean if we're to be masked up till 2022 and socially distancing till then? It's crazy, man. Straight mind-blowing.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo NICE.
It's your boy Rog Smuve.
It's your boy Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
Rumble say 2022.
Yeah. But you know what? The numbers are creeping right on back up. Especially now they opened up schools and, kids come around passing around like hot potatoes and taking it back home. And, schools really don't have, a lot of schools, I won't put this on every school district, but the majority of the school districts that I know of don't have a solid plan to keep kids and teachers safe. And with the, people being asymptomatic, or it might hit you with a little sore throat or a cold for a day, and people think that's their allergies, and then they going right back to everyday life being regular. It happens, or you might be exposed to it. I'll give a case in my district of nothing, but kid in the classroom had it. They quarantined the entire classroom. The kids had to do 14 days, which is 10 days school time. And the teacher went and got a test that day when they found out. And she was negative, of course. And the district brought her back before the end of the week. So so when to my surprise, I walked in and saw her, I asked her immediately, hey, what you doing here? But yeah, districts are bringing teachers back there. They're not letting them complete their entire 14 days. I don't think whatever whatever part of the CDC guidelines they're following is the part that directly, I guess, helps the school districts keep in.
There's a such thing as the least restrictive part of the CDC guidelines. Like, yes, the 14 days has been what we've been hearing for the longest. Now motherfuckers being like, well, you ain't had symptoms in 8 days, so you really technically could come. Like, they trying to cut corners so businesses and shit like
that. And if you get a 5-day, if you get a test and you might just sit out 4 days, you might go or 3. If you get a test and you have no symptoms, they, like you said, they're definitely following the most restricted.
The least restrictive
guideline. But least restrictive, my bad.
I mean, even if you think about like Emmanuel Sanders for the Saints, that boy, they say the COVID protocol he hit last week. They're like, oh, so he's gonna be out for 2 games. So like, I mean, they basically football is big business, and they like, nah, 2 weeks, bro.
We ain't got time for that shit. I mean, and you paying your millions, man. You bring your head back to work. And football is a whole lot different than basketball. Like, their player association is. It's a lot weaker than basketballs, and the owners are a little different. But the district, in school districts, your kids are at risk. I'm sorry to say it, and ultimately that puts you at risk, and your family. So I suggest do your 14 days to be absolutely clear and sure.
So Rumble said the whole.
You're a dickhead.
You definitely are cocksucker. But Rumble said that, the biggest idea he was throwing out there was, no large gatherings, no going to no games. I can't go watch a baseball game. I can't go watch a football game. Yeah. No family functions, which is the biggest thing. Raj, do you think that that's going to happen all the way through 2022 in regards to like holidays and things of the sort?
I think next summer people are going to stop giving a fuck.
I think they stop now.
Me personally. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's about to be winter time, and that's not when the large gatherings happen. I guess they actually are.
It is
Christmas and stuff like that. But I think people gonna stomach through. Like I think people gonna stomach through the holidays, and then come next summer, it's gonna be real hard not to have another best friend weekend. It's gonna be real hard not to have a family volleyball tournament. Like all of that stuff's just gonna be. You're going to be chomping at the bit to get to those things. But I think that we'll be able to make it through the holiday season. Personally, that's what I think.
I completely disagree. I think this past, about 6 months, I don't always disagree with you, Roger. Don't do that. I think this past, people have been chomping the bit. They were chomping the bit in May and June to get out and do something. And they're complaining about having to wear masks in establishments. I have a coworker who I have to kind of work closely with. I have to keep reminding her to pull her mask up, like at least twice an hour. Hey man, put your mask over your mouth and nose.
Cover your mouth.
yeah. Like no. She literally pulls it down.
You told me that.
Yeah, for no reason though, Al. Like it don't be nothing going. Like she's not drinking water or anything like that. She like down, and then she touched my computer today and got mad because I sprayed my whole. Almost short-circuited my school computer. I was about to, but I don't want. Anyway,
I mean, I think people getting lenient on how they wearing their masks. In fact, I don't know if you saw the South Park COVID special, but they started calling masks chin diapers. And so yeah, I think people getting tired of wearing masks. I'm getting tired of wearing masks. I gotta wear that for 8 or 9 or 10 hours.
Me
a day.
too.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and I do my best to keep it up. But any opportunity that I get to go outside and take my mask off and breathe some fresh air, because my mustache and my little beard, my little goatee be moist by the time I get outside. It's not fun.
You talking a lot of
as far as wearing masks, I'm ready to give that shit up now. But I'm talking about for the people that's used to having gatherings, and the sensible people. I'm not talking about the people in the club, because they got people in the club right now. I'm talking about for the people that's not having gatherings right now. I think we'll be able to stomach through the holidays this year. You're not gonna give up on the holidays. I think next summer. I think summer 2021 is when everybody's gonna be like, "Fuck this shit, it's good."
The term that you always hear, Raj, is like, "Man, 2020 again, fucking 2020." And I think that kind of goes along with what you're saying, because once the clock hits 2021, people gonna act like, "Man, 2020 was terrible," but that shit over. Yeah. And that's really only 2 months. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, it's less like 60 days until it's like the next year. 2020 has been a beast, but it ain't even been a whole year. COVID though, COVID shit was like March. So like you said, March of next year, make about a year, and then we'll have to go on further. I thought it was very interesting. We was watching the Saints this week. We've been finding socially distanced places to watch the Saints, like outside shit where we're able to sit further away from people and watch the games. And a very interesting comment came up. Like one of us said something like, "Boy, it used to be fun to go out or whatever." And this podcast brought to you by the Harry, Papa Harry.
My God, congrats.
Yeah, man. That boy said, he was like, "COVID is over for them boys who ain't got no for show at home."
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of the funniest comments, because I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." And then this was the analogy he used. He said, "Look at us. We out here at a socially distanced ball to watch the Saints because we love the Saints." Yeah. Cutting. What them boys love more than we love the Saints.
That pussy. That was funny.
But it's on brand. Because if you love that old wet and gushy, and you need to get out, and shit, you can't call nowhere for it. You ain't got nowhere to lay your head.
Not cold on IG. Your pictures ain't nice on IG. Your IG look like mine.
COVID over for them boys, man.
Yeah, them boys like, "Man, look, I'm out here. I don't know what y'all doing." Hey, I gotta go. They up at 50-15 heavy. They the address ain't lose no business. They actually opened a new bar called Camp. Al, you heard about that yet?
Man, I've heard of many bars being open, and I don't have a clue where they at or what they do, but I've heard of them.
Yeah, they say Camp is the old Prospect with the people we knew when they used to be nice in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Prospect got the ugly ones. Address got the ones that look better than the ones in Prospect, and Camp got all the cold ones in Seaside, Camp Seaside.
I'm real interested how that's gonna work in Texas, because out here, they're actually starting like there's rumblings of things shutting down again here. Mm-hmm. I don't know how it's working out there in Texas, but it seems like things just starting to pop off. Like it seems like that kind of end of summer, beginning of fall was really a hot time for people. Like really like a reminisce. Damn, we used to do this. Let's get out there and do it some more. Time for a lot of people. And I wonder if they're gonna shut it down, and I guess we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I have an aunt that's a nurse, and she sent a message to the family group today about how, and then on the news today too, they was talking about they're concerned about the number of cases coming back into the hospital. They're filling up again, so it's coming, man. It's coming.
COVID a beast, man. But you know what? This is my one quote unquote faith in humanity / whatever. I think that, and I don't want to get too political yet. We're gonna definitely talk a little politics. But I think that hopefully that when we have a new administration in there, hopefully Joe Biden and them get in there, and hopefully there's an immediate plan, because I heard them talking about this on a lot of the debates and the rallies and the debates and such. And the term that's used, I don't know if you guys have heard him say it, is rapid testing. And I feel like that is the thing that's missing more than anything on Earth. If you're able to just go and get a COVID test and find out the results within like 2 hours, or you know what I mean? Like they'll hit you up the same day.
Well, they do have those though, Al.
Yeah, but I'm saying affordable, available rapid testing. Because I don't think he said like just making them. He was like making them available. And yeah, most of the rapid tests you see are only 73% reliable. And the ones that's like the up the nose swab that is like more. But shit, I'm gonna tell you the truth. For my job, I had to go take a random one of the up the nose swab daddies, and I got the results back in 20 hours. So it's
I got
not
mine
about.
The next day when I took them. I've taken 3 so far.
And most people who go take them, it'd be like 3-4 days, 5 days till they get the results. So everybody needs to be on that 1 day plan where they can get them results back quick, fast, in a hurry. I think that'll make a big difference. Yeah,
I use probably the best thing about my insurance is the COVID test. It comes back and it's free. My insurance is trash. But,
Aetna.
Yeah, Aetna. You already know.
Aetna call.
Aetna. But so I got mine back quickly, but like I think a lot of people are complaining about them to know this, so they're taking your throat or your tongue or swabs in your mouth, and that's not as accurate as the brain, daddy. So
the brain matter, daddy. But honestly, Los, what I guess the point I was really trying to make is that I think that we've had the better part of 7-8 months to understand how to be safe with COVID, right? Like,
if you're trying to,
like we're talking about large gatherings and whatever. There's a world in which there could be a large gathering of sorts, like on Thanksgiving Day, where people come and sit outside at tables that are far apart and clown and fellowship with a mask on.
It won't be the same.
It's not going to be the same, but you can have hanging out to a small scale.
Yeah, but I guess for me, I'm like, we've been doing this since I've been having Thanksgiving with my people for 38 years, right?
Big facts.
I can miss one. To be safe, cause I got a lot of, it's a lot of older people in my family.
According to the Book of Rumble, you actually gonna miss 2.
Okay, I wouldn't be completely hurt if I miss 2, I might be hurt. I just want to see my mama, really. I can see my mama. I'm good. Yeah, my mama came to my house. She had a mask on the whole time. So,
So you don't even know if that was her.
Nah, I knew because her hair. We had the same forehead.
If I send somebody to your house as a double agent, I'm going to have her hair right.
You got to have that forehead.
The ops disguised as that man mama. Stop it, bro.
And she got to say a game,
right?
To make sure she speak correctly.
But if she come and it's not really your mama, and then you end up talking to her, giving her a hug and kiss or whatever, you'd be drove. That would actually burn your boudin. Let me tell you what burns my boudin this week. The first thing that burns my boudin this week is having to duke in the club or any place but at home.
Hold on. You threw it. You said the club, and then you said any place when you're not at home.
I think I added any place but not at home because the reason being, clearly, the clear implication is we don't really go to the club at this point because of COVID. Yeah, so the meme was funny when I saw the meme. That
you
was
know something funny? I took a shit at the boot when we went there. I couldn't hold it.
I don't doubt you got the weak. I was gonna say sphinxter cutting, but that would sound just
you built like that.
Whoa, no. I just be having the shit.
And that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I don't think I would ever shit at the club. Like I couldn't do it.
So you can hold yours if you have to.
I don't know. My body just know I'm at the club.
So like, I guess for me, my problem, we do Sunday Fun Day. When we used to do it big, right? We'd be up at like 11:30, driving fast. We done stayed up till 3 a.m. Saturday night, and then popped up at 10:30, took a shower, getting out for 11:30, trying to make it to the spot at 12. Then we done ate because we've been drinking. We still kind of drunk. Ate, started back drinking. Nigga, I got a shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. Sometime in between, I'm gonna either be at the house or somewhere comfortable. Yeah, I mean, personally, like you talk about someone you're not at home, work.
Oh well, work don't count. Work you find you find your little niche at work. That's not that's
I got my own classroom at work. I got my own bathroom at work now, so I'm dropping.
Well, I work from home, so work is home, and so it's the same kind of thing. But a lot of people, like, I think it's a funny thing. Like, the meme that I'm actually referencing is the one that said, people who go duke in the club and go back on the dance floor, I'm scared of y'all.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, that was on the group. Yeah.
No fucks.
Zero.
I ain't that guy. I haven't duked it at a nightclub, but like them Sunday Fun Days, I done went in the address. I said, I'll be right back. I got to pee. And I done found that one hour to the left. I take 2 buku paper towels in there because, niggas just pee everywhere. And then wipe that thing down real good. Make my little 2-story house on there. And then let them go. I can't do it,
man. I can't do it because my mental picture of a club or bar bathroom has pre-existing human fluids in it already and solids. And so I just can't do it.
Yeah,
you would have to walk now. You'd have to walk into an immaculate situation, all right?
Yeah, it would have to be. So one, okay, it's got to be the handicap.
Got to be the handy daddy.
Got to be the handicap dad. I got to have a room.
Yeah.
And I don't want to touch no walls or nothing like that. I'm not taking whatever. So
I take all my clothes off at work, cutting and hang on one of the little things. I just keep my tennis on, cutting straight
at
up.
Your current place, at your current office?
No, I'm talking about my work, cutting just tennis, cutting and socks, cutting. Yes, I do cutting. I don't like. I'm gonna let you finish, Raj. I don't like not being able to spread my legs wide, cutting.
Exactly.
And them drawers cutting stop me from spreading my legs as wide as I want.
Because it take it longer to come out. You can spread
there you go.
Legs.
Because your booty still too condensed.
Yeah.
Sound like your boys figured it out.
No, we figured out the art in shitting between class.
That is funny. Jang-a-lang.
Well, I threw my dick over my shoulder. That's all.
Y'all stupid.
Oh, okay.
Now, here you go. Somebody had to do it.
What is very beneficial, I would say my favorite work situation was when I worked at the airport. Busy, an airport's relatively busy. Lafayette wasn't too busy, but it was an airport nonetheless. But they had the family restroom. Yeah, the family restroom.
Oh, yes.
I'm in there because they got one toilet, it's big, and the door lock.
Yeah.
I
love it.
Yeah.
I'll jump at the first target. If I got to go real bad, I'll go with the first target I see. I'm pulling in. Because they always got a family there that, like you said,
you know what? But you know what, Raj? I'm going to tell you where we learned this skill. I mean, I don't love doing it, but you learn this skill. Like when you was in college and you lived in a dorm and they didn't have a toilet in the room. Well, I don't know if y'all was like that, Los, but we didn't have a toilet in the room. It was like
we had
the whole
community
hallway.
there.
Yeah, we had the community there. So I would go to the one all the way by the window that I could open the window and give me some little F coming in that thing. Couldn't. Every time, couldn't. If it wasn't that one, I wouldn't. Hey, couldn't do it. I go
on the other floor.
I go on the other floor, or they had two on every floor. So I'd either go to the other one on the floor or the other floor. You're absolutely right, Cotton. It's the thing, Cotton. But anyway, man, let me tell you another thing that burned my Boudin this week. Regional post that ain't for my region. For instance, LA post from these LA cats for the Dodgers winning the World Series. Cutting like, oh man, all we need is the Rams or the Chargers to win. What? I've never heard you talk about this. Is my logic all the time, but I felt like when I actually sat down and looked at it, I was like, that post was for other LA cats. That's all it was for. It's a regional post. It just wasn't for me.
It had nothing to do with us. I didn't even feel no kind of way about that because I understand. You do your thing, man. Y'all got two with 2 dubs in 1 year. Cool.
I think about it in terms of just like our hometown, Raj. Like if somebody like, oh, Westgate killing it, and then a whole bunch of people just commenting on that. That's a regional post. Yeah. It's a regional post.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you 100%. I don't know too many LA cats.
Yeah.
But what burns my Boudin, and of course this burns our Boudin. We talked about it 100 times on the podcast. Is when somebody pulls for a team they're not supposed to. Mm-hmm. When you post about that team that no one cares about. Point in case, partner likes the Ravens. Man, I hope Ingram get it going this game. And it's like no one really cares.
That was a regional post.
And the thing is
that you
don't know anyone that does care in Baltimore.
That was a regional post for Baltimore people.
But you don't know nobody in Baltimore. Like
This is perfect, Raj. I love it. I love the logic. It's perfect. It's perfect logic. When I say regional post, what I thought about was I was like, I'm kind of hating on these LA Dodgers, whatever, because whatever. But then I thought about it. I was like, there's so many people that we know who will post on game day like, man, that was a dumb play call. That's a regional post because we know who you're talking about. Because all your friends watching the Saints, and we just saw the play. You know what I mean? Like, and
but you like that though.
I like that. I like it because it's our region.
Exactly. Right up my alley. And I'm hit the like
post. And
I guess the like
what I was just bigger because it's LA.
Let me tell you something that happened to me the other day. Speaking on like regional posts, and I really more so, I'm gonna say geotargeting. I was at a friend's house downtown, beautiful apartment. The name of the apartment complex is the Pullman.
Damn.
Badge
What's their
access
name?
all
what
the way.
Time they go to work?
Rob security guards in suits, big dog shit. And I'm over there, and we were watching the game, and I saw a commercial for office glass chair mat, and I said, "Bruh, this commercial will never come on at my house." I didn't know that rich people got rich commercials. Did you know that? They got different commercials that come on in the rich area. Huh?
They got rich cable?
No, I just think, okay, so like when you watch the Super Bowl, you got the local spots.
Yeah,
sure. Like you see the Budweisers and the, Twix commercials, and all of a sudden you see vote for me for Senate. You know what I'm saying? Like
you see 1-800-551-8900.
Yeah.
Diesel Trucking Academy.
Every once in a while, and so I really think that they got not only like local spots, but like more in tune local spots where it's like this is a very business district of Denver, and we're gonna geotag to y'all. I believe it. I told him, I'm telling you, this commercial didn't come on at my house.
Well, I don't know. I never heard of rich people commercials, but that's funny. Now I'm going to be on the lookout anytime I'm in big rich establishments. Can y'all turn on y'all TV so I can see y'all commercials? Hey, man, let me tell you the next thing that burns my Boudin this week. It was the rich nigga commercial part for me. Burns my Boudin. It was the ... part for me. Burns my Boudin.
I mean, I'm guessing that it's the insert what part burns your Boudin. closed bracket part that's what Burned His Boudin. That statement.
Yeah, I mean, used for a bunch of different varying purposes, that would burn my Boudin. Oh, Los, you've seen that?
Yes, I most definitely have seen that beaucoup times. Like, and then you be like, oh, okay. Real simple. I just like, oh, okay, that was stupid, and I just keep going on. Because now, you know what's funny? Now y'all got me looking at people's comments. Like, I never used to
look at the comments.
I never did before. Now,
oh my God, the comments is the most interesting part of the internet.
No, comments. I didn't know it was that. It's better than the internet, actually. The actual comments.
Yes.
I never looked at the comments before. Y'all kept talking about it. I was like, man, that's stupid. Because I'd be like, I guess for me, I'd be wanting to just get through my little timeline for the day. But now I'm like, I find myself on a rabbit hole going through 500 comments because they start getting better and better the more you scroll down. Yeah. And then somebody says something real funny. I'll click on their post to see, do I need to follow them? And that's something they really do. Are you that funny? And especially on Twitter. I'll be like, are you really this funny? But then you like, no, you're not. Then I go back and keep scrolling. But yes, I've definitely seen that beaucoup times. And at times it does burn my Boudin.
Well, I mean, to me is like, and I guess I couldn't really articulate why it burned my Boudin until I'm hearing you say this right now. And Los, it makes perfect sense to me. It's because it's not original comment. It's like not
exactly
great commentary. It's just you saying, you picking out a part and it's like, it's the whatever part for me. Because other people said it. Now, I might fuck around and name this podcast. It was the ... part for me. Like, just because I can't think of names every week. But,
it's the podcast for me.
No, but absolutely, Los. I'm surprised that you never was in the comments. Because like Rog said,
comments like that.
That's
I used to always look at the comments that highlighted. I never went through them. Now I do. Like for about maybe a month now. I didn't want to admit it to y'all. But now I didn't want y'all to know that y'all inspired me to do that because I don't like y'all like that. But I'm a comment daddy now.
Better late than never.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, I will say that one thing that burns my Boudin about the comments, if that's what we on, is I can never get my original. Like I can never say what I wanted to say because somebody already said it.
Always.
Because I'm always late to the party. Like I'm always seeing stuff from yesterday. But which is another thing that burns my Boudin. I don't want to see yesterday's stuff.
I saw you had liked my comment earlier today.
I like all your comments. I think when you decide to comment, it's always well thought of. I will say that. And I never wanted to admit that to y'all because I never fuck with y'all like that. But anyway,
I didn't want you to think I like comments because of you.
Best friend weekend, but we really don't like each other.
I've gotten to like a very, like, let's say a controversial topic. I see somebody like go on a rant and I'm like, all right, let me actually indulge in this. It's not too long, so I'm going to read it. And I read it and I say, ooh,
I got time today.
391 comments and I want to read them all. Mm-hmm. And I go and I click previous comments until I get to the top and read them all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, on Facebook? I do that. I'm with
Facebook, of course.
I'm with
I don't do it. Instagram is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't do Instagram.
Load comments.
Load comments. I like Instagram and Twitter.
View previous.
I don't like Facebook. They too sensitive for my commentary.
Comments are everything, though, bro. That's you want to see what people are saying because then, like, and 9 times out of 10, you're sitting there thinking, "Can I bet somebody says something like this?" And then you go look for the comment you think somebody's gonna say, and then when you find out, you see
there you go.
The sub comments under the comment that you thought you would, and if nobody happened to make it, if you was quick enough to the draw,
I get excited though. I ain't gonna lie, I've been getting excited. If nobody made the comment I wanted to make, I'm out the comments and making mine right then.
If I see that somebody hasn't already made the comment, I double check and then I know shit, somebody did make that
because it always is. It's never not. I guess we could say that it burns your Buddha if you see somebody who made the double of the same comment.
Oh, of course.
I don't double check.
My God. You should have saved that one. You should have saved that one.
I do not double check.
That's one of its own. Someone that commented the same thing. And sometimes I get, like sometimes I see. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I don't even have to go any further.
Just less witty. The same you saying the same thing that guy said. Anyway, that is a big thing. Let me tell you another thing that burns my Buddha this week. Hypocrites, man. The you can't be in a bubble and talk about this and talk about that and talk about like COVID is a big thing and we're only playing the MLB playoffs in 2 cities and then we're gonna like whatever the case is and then the championship's only gonna be in Dallas, I think it was. And then get out there and pull a dude in the 8th inning because he had that Rona, then let him come back and sit down with his team with no mask on. Cause that is the stupidest thing I ever see. Jason Turner, I don't know if y'all heard this story. Man, this shit beyond me, dog.
Hey man, white people do what they want to do, dog.
What? Absolutely, dog.
Listen, when I read it, I laughed I just chuckled just like I chuckled when I saw it. I said, "Oh, yeah, white people do what they want to do, man." You know what he said?
What he said?
You know what he said? I'm not missing this opportunity. I'm not missing this fucking moment. I don't care what you guys say or do. Find me what you want. I don't care.
And then the rest of the team was like, "Yes, we want him here. Take off the mask.
We don't care. He has worked so hard for this and sacrificed. Fuck you, asshole." And he walked out and went and sat with his team and sneezed on everybody. Now, they're national champions with COVID.
They all got that COVID. They're going to bring that home to their family, couldn't?
Hey, thanks for the pandemic. It's going up because of y'all, Dodgers. Good job.
Thanks, LA Dodgers. God. Yeah, that burns my Buddha. It's just, it's selfish behind some go and celebrate, couldn't? Like, I kept thinking... Because I've been in the world champion Houston Astros stadium, Minute Maid Park, many a times, and there's a big mural that has them on the field when they won the World Series. But it's a painting. It's not a picture.
Yeah.
So he wanted to be in that painting, is what it all is.
Yeah.
I gotta be in the team photo.
You know what's the thing about a painting is that we can just paint you in.
That's what I thought. And guess what, Rod?
It's a photo. If it's a photo, then you can just employ one of the Best Friend Weekend members to also just place you in there.
Not even a Best Friend Weekend. Somebody who worked for the Dodgers who does this for a living could put you seamlessly in the picture.
No, that's not the same. You missing it. He want to really be there. He don't care about no picture. He want to really be there.
No. We're gonna put you in that. You want a 6-pack? You want a beard? You want some earrings?
He has a beard.
No.
Cutting, that's what I'm saying. That man could be as nice as they want him to be, Cutting, if he would have not went out with that COVID.
That's nigga shit. White people want to really be there. He want the experience. That man want to be there. He want to scream and holler with that 16-foot breath. You know what I mean? He want to be there. He don't give a fuck about no picture. He don't care about no picture on the wall. He want to be there so he can say, I was there. I did this. I took beer out of my mouth and spit it on everybody. Like, he want to do that. Man don't care about what y'all talking about.
I had another thing that burned my boot, but I'm going to save it for next week, man. Let me start by saying this. Let me just hop into this because I think it's an important thing, man. Last weekend, a couple of people hit us up individually and was asking about some of the stories. I want to go back, and we never want to be creatures of the moment, and we never want to be people who can't learn from the things we say or talk about on the podcast. Mm-hmm. I think we began with some really good intentions to talk a little bit about the SARS epidemic and what's happening in Nigeria and in other countries in Africa. And we started that conversation. We had some stuff going on behind the scenes that allowed that recording part to actually be kind of messed up.
That was my fault.
Don't worry about it. It all happens, right? But ultimately, we kind of got off subject and just started clowning about African visits and never really talked seriously about the issue. So I reached back and hollered at one of my favorite young teachers and educators and musicians, artists who's really doing this thing in
he actually
in
nice
hip-hop
though.
game. No, nice.
Nice
Young cat named John Patrick got an album on all streaming platforms called Adolescence. Like ADO lessons, I think is how you spell it. But like he's one of my students when I was in school. I mean, when I was teaching, and now he's a teacher at the school that we were at. But the boy goes hard on the hip hop stuff. But I asked him, you know what I'm saying, a Nigerian representative, to talk a little bit about SARS. So he said in this and this little blurb, and I want you guys to take a listen, and then we'll discuss.
Yo, this is John Patrick checking in. I wanted to say, like, when it comes to SARS, people probably wondering, like, what is SARS? Like, the only SARS I know about is the virus, the disease, like, the sickness, right? It just so happens that it's something else as evil with the same name. But SARS, pretty much is like, it's an anti-robbery squad, like, in Nigeria. So the essence of it is, I don't even want to, like, really, bore people with the details, but the essence of it is the same way we got police brutality right here in America, same way we see police brutality going on all across the world, it's going on in Africa for sure, especially Nigeria, where the police, they pretty much have reign to do whatever they want. At least in America, if a police officer do something wrong, the citizens, the law, other entities can kind of check them. They don't really have that in Nigeria. So you can imagine in a third world country, it's a lot of poor people that's willing to risk it all. So they created entities like SARS and these other police forces, like individual police forces, not just like the police, but like, special teams for specific things. And so SARS is meant to, stop people, check people, make sure, it's not no weapons, no anything that's reported stolen. But you talking to people that ain't barely getting paid by the government that employed them. So guess what they doing? They not checking if you got robbed or if you finna rob somebody, they robbing you. And you can imagine people not going for that. So if you fight back, you're getting whooped. Like, they will beat you. Like, they will. And if you really fighting, they will shoot you. Like, there's no repercussions for their actions. So what's happening is, it's been happening for generations, but now our generation, especially the ones that's seeing what's going on in the internet and protests and stuff, they like, nah, we not going for that. So they fighting back. And the more they fighting back, the more they getting killed, the more. Because in Africa and Nigeria, it's about respect. So they feel like you attacking their respect. You don't respect them as an officer. So now it's the biggest struggle ever fighting against these entities. And we just have the internet on our side. Why I keep saying we is because I was born in America, but I'm full-blooded Nigerian. Both my parents Nigerian immigrants. So it's just like, this could easily be me if my parents decided they never wanted to come to America. This could easily be me. This could easily be us. So it's hard. It's hard dealing with what's going on in America, dealing with what's going on with Nigeria, but it's the same fight. At the end of the day, we are black and we are persecuted all across the world. So we got to step up.
Hey man. So hopefully you got a good view of the overall problem from somebody who knows a little bit more than us. And sometimes I guess it takes a little bit of hubris to understand that you don't know everything, and some people know more about things than you. So I appreciate John Patrick coming on there to talk a little bit about it. And something that jumped out to me, like he said, we all black, and I think that's something that we talk about in the podcast before, that Nigerians don't often see themselves as black. And I think it's interesting that he said it that way, and just like, I'm full-blooded Nigerian, but I'm black, and I like that a lot. Go ahead.
I definitely appreciate that. I actually didn't know this was going on. I actually follow him, and I saw him at a couple of rallies on IG, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know it was to this extent. And yes, it's unfortunate that this is going on out there, and definitely have empathy for those type of things. For me, I want to read more into it, and I guess educate myself about it before I just really go in depth. I'm speaking about it right now, because I already was insensitive to it early on. So
more than anything, what he was just saying, I guess it makes sense to me that, if you're sending out like it sounds like a Gestapo. It sounds like some other things, like when I think about private prisons, but he's talking about like a private police force. And if they run up on you and take what you got, because, man, who gonna stop them? I mean, exactly. I don't want... And he used other terms, like he called Nigeria a third world country in that way, where you hear a lot of Nigerians won't necessarily make that claim. They'll talk about, Lagos like it's it's just as good as New York. But not everybody feels that way, and there are certain rules and things that go on that make it a little bit less. But I mean, it's always like, historically, and I'm talking historically, like hundreds and hundreds of years. It's kind of always been a tribal dog eat dog kind of a situation out there. And if they're not like having these strong rules and strong backlash against, people who are, I don't want to use too much coded language, because the words that come to my mind, which sucks for me, is all words that are coded language. I keep thinking words like warlord, and I keep thinking words like thinking about like Coney, stealing the kids and just different things like that I always kind of look at it from a perspective of the rule of order never really seems to get followed in sub-Saharan Africa or just Africa in general. You know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly what you mean. What comes to my mind is that there's just no means to an end, because you get the respect, and you spoke about respect and talking about, I got this accolade of becoming a policeman, or an official, but the government's not paying me enough. But yet I'm on this task force, this special task force. I want to do, and my family got to eat too. So I'm gonna just rob people, and they can't do nothing about it. But if they decide to do something about it, then I'm gonna just kill them, or I'm gonna just beat them up and take it anyway. And there's no accountability for it. That's crazy. I think that's like a part of the true definition of a third world country. It's just there's got to be a vast amount of corruption. Well, and it makes sense to me.
Raj, when you watch I only watched season 1 of Narcos. I never really went into like 2, 3, whatever. I need to get back on it. It's just I haven't really. I don't want to get too far off the subject, but this is. I think maybe both of y'all can feel me on this. There was a time in my life where I could watch shows with subtitles. I don't have that much free time now. Like, I gotta be able to do something else while a TV show is on. So I can't watch Narcos. I gotta be able to do things. But the point I'm making is, when they tell the story of Pablo Escobar, a very big part of that story is Los Pepes, the people persecuted by Pablo Escobar, who ultimately was like this renegade police force that was blowing up, like fighting against his organization and whatever. And it's kind of like, it's that when you think about countries that aren't as developed in that way, it's a lot of that, man. It's a lot of rogue whatever. But then you think about America, we got all these goddamn militias and everything popping up trying to... It's crazy out here, bro.
Yeah, but I think a lot of those over there, it's about power and who has the money. You know what I mean?
Wait for Batman, you stupid. Oh, I also saw that video you said, Los, the one that JP had put out, and it said something about, he was up there, he's like, Nigerians was up there like, he said, we the most educated immigrant group in the United States. Yeah. And everybody started cheering in the crowd. Like he was in the middle of a crowd with a bullhorn in the middle of COVID, but I think he had a mask on. Yeah. And he was basically saying a lot of these things. And I was like, I guess that's why Nigerians kind of be feeling themselves, because it's like this, we the most educated immigrant group in the United States. And I'm like, I wonder if that scales. I don't think they'd be saying it if they didn't have some factual numbers.
Well, I think when they say educated, they
now the Indians just off of general knowledge, but whatever.
Yeah, but the Indians was here before Columbus. Couldn't fuck.
I'm not talking about the Native Americans, about people from India. Middle Easterns, let's call them that.
You just like the Indians because the boys
they got some educated. They got some educated Nigerians. I think a lot of them. Yes, that's true. But I think Indians use their education more than Nigerians do.
The Chinese though.
Yeah, but no, they do. But I think we have a lot of like. I'm just speaking from my experience with a lot of Nigerians.
Nigerians get educated and don't do
nothing. I'm saying no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they are.
They do primary.
I might be saying that.
You said they do primary.
And they might have 6 degrees, but they'll be a para.
What else they do?
But they'll be a para though. Like you'll be like you'll talk to a dude who work at Fiesta, and he be bagging your groceries, and you have a conversation when you find this man got a whole engineering degree or something. You be like, wait a minute, what?
What is wrong with you, Los? Please tell me.
No, for real. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Well,
Y'all
even if you're not being funny and you're telling the truth, then there may be societal reasons for that. And I'm not okay. Maybe I'm throwing out a theory that is based in nothing but just my thoughts. Mm-hmm. But maybe it's because they cut for each other in a way that's like their parents are like, when they're really young, I'm gonna use my money to make sure my kids go to school and get a degree. Yes. And their parents pay for them to go all the way through college, even if they're smart or not. So they'll get the degree, but they might not be smart. And ultimately, you're working at Fiesta. Whereas, American, children of the diaspora blacks, we don't always pay money to spend our children to college. And if they don't, definitely we're not sending them to college. So that's not substantiated by anything. I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility.
Yeah. Well, let's just kind of bring it full circle. We don't want to be too, but. I'm just saying in my experience, I know a lot of Africans or Nigerians who have I know a dude, I'm talking about a dude right now I know who has like 3 degrees, and he's been to one of the most prominent schools in Africa or not wherever it's at, or London. He got like a degree from both of those schools, right?
Nah, man, that's a real good point though, honestly, man. Look, another thing that's been happening out here is clearly what's happening with Walter Wallace Jr. in Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys saw the video. I mean, Los sent it to us yesterday. 27-year-old Walter Wallace was out there having a mental health crisis, breakdown type thing. He had a knife. Mm-hmm. His mama was telling him to put the knife down and was outside chasing him around. He running from his mama with the knife. The police opened up fire and just murdered him all over the streets. Yeah. And needless to say, Philadelphia. I mean, the Philadelphia has been on fire since that happened. So it's a lot going on. So first of all, just basic thoughts on yet another one.
For me, I watched it like a few times because I was trying to see, okay, if I was in that situation, how would I react, right? And my first thought was, I know y'all got tasers. Like, I know y'all got tasers. This man got a knife. I know you have tasers and you have bulletproof vest on.
The district attorney said they weren't carrying tasers, but
why? What police officer doesn't have a taser? So now they took tasers from police officers out there. I guess they taking. You don't have enough money to carry tasers anymore. Okay, let's say they don't have tasers, right? They shot at least 8 times. Sound like to me, right? Like you shot to kill. Man with a knife. Mama chasing around, telling him drop the knife. She telling y'all he crazy, he tripping. He not in his right mind right now. You know, if you give him a leg wound, I'm okay with that. But and he wasn't around y'all. Just run around, keep running until it's 2 of y'all. Somebody might take one to the bulletproof vest and then take them down. Like what kind of? I don't understand it. Like that man, when he rounded from around the car, that man was at least 15 feet away from him. You were not in harm's way at that point. And y'all let loose. You ain't shoot a warning shot or just like a little, hey, get down. Y'all let loose. Bah, 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 bah. You know.
Well, we've already talked about how that logic of shoot him in the leg, that cops don't believe that's a thing. But I definitely believe it's a thing. I definitely believe somebody with a knife, you can shoot him in the leg. Like, I like they talk about how, no, man, they're going to come back and shoot me. He going to shoot you with his knife? What's he going to throw it at you? You think he like a knife marksman and he going to hit you in your neck with it? Maybe.
Come on.
But it's way more likely, like you just said, tase that motherfucker quick. Or, better yet, get back in your car. What are you going to do?
Call for backup. Well, you know what the funny part was? Backup was right there. As soon as he shot him, backup came. Backup was there. Just wait 1 more minute, 64 seconds. You know what I mean? And backup's there. Somebody got a taser on that police force, dog. Like, if you don't have a taser, y'all doing it, that's crazy. Y'all out here policing with no taser. Just
Los, I think the thing you said the other day on the phone made the most sense to me when you sent it. You said, man, shit was too sweet.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
It been a couple months since the basketball shut down because of Blake. Yeah. Why do I always want to call him Jacob Blake? And just it wasn't really a lot of uproar and stuff like that. And in my head, I just kind of was like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say this out loud, but whatever. It feel like, man, with the election coming up, Pennsylvania being a key state, swing state, that there's gonna be some impact on the election. You get you one right quick. I'm not saying that the police was doing this with a bunch of forethought, but it's just so 2020, right? Now he gonna die. Now they gonna be like, why are these people doing this? Then Trump gonna say he the law and order president. Like I feel like all of this is gonna be like this big theme of people looting and niggas doing whatever. Because I saw a video of some people looting. I feel like it's gonna turn into this thing with less than a week before the election that I just hate it. I hate it on every level, bro. I hate it. They gonna
that too. But I like for us to say, like you said, they weren't like they wouldn't. I don't think they planned that, right? And like we always say, Al, we always say, scare people, like a scary dude will kill you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A dude who not scared will be like, all right, hold on, I ain't got, especially if you ain't got no gun, right? But a scary dude will kill you. You could be with your fist and he have a gun somewhere, and you want to fight him, and he'll shoot you because he's scary, right? I think these are the instances. What this one is. Not all of them. We can't compare all of them to that. But this is one of them. A scary dude to kill you. Them boys was literally spooked. They was super scared, which I understand. The man got a knife, running around, his mama screaming and hollering. She telling me crazy. I get that. But, as a police officer, I would like to think that you have enough training to be able to combat that. I would like to think that. We haven't seen it with our people as much. I've seen it with white guys with a knife and guns, and they've talked them down off the ledge plenty of times. I watched a guy get stabbed by a dude, and still that man went to jail and, safely. He didn't die. Now, I'm not saying the man shouldn't have went to jail or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but he didn't deserve to die. He did not deserve to die, bro. And it's getting sad. It's being sad.
Raj, did you see the videos? Do you have any thoughts on this?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah. I mean, I explained it basically what you would
exactly
say.
What happened.
A dude basically walking, his mama walking behind, like running behind him, like stop, like come here. And he like getting away from his mama, pushing him. Talking. And then a cop is right there, and he like kind of run at the cop, but the cop get around the police car, and then he in the street, two cops standing in the street. The dude about come running 15, from behind the police car. And as soon as he get from behind the police car, they shoot him about 20 times. I mean, it's basically like one of them, that everybody's going to say, oh, he shouldn't have had a knife. He should have just comply. I mean, but the other part of it is that everyone was saying they called the cops because he was having a mental breakdown. And it was it was one of those.
Yeah, and I definitely, I don't think, I mean, so here's how I feel. I feel how Los feels about if them boys didn't have tasers on them, they should have. Mm-hmm. Especially if they was responding to someone that was hostile. Like, then don't send the cops that don't have tasers on them. Like, send the cops that have other options other than just big guns. And so, like, and I also think that, I don't know, rubber bullets, something like, they got other stuff out there that you could, like, maybe, like, try to take somebody down with. I do think that I would call those police officers cowards because that man had a knife. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not enough to me. Another thing is it looked like they had a lot of space. So I watched the video, like, as y'all was speaking, there was a lot of space in between. Mm-hmm. And I know that space can be eliminated real quick.
Yeah, that man might have been fast.
It just didn't. He might have been. It just didn't look like, I don't know, and I wasn't there. It didn't look like that space was going to be taken up real quick.
That wasn't fast.
Shut up, Al. No, Al. No, Al. Shut up.
Yeah, you gotta stop. So I don't know, man. I just think that we gotta.
Why you make me laugh, man? I hate fucking Al.
So if that was D. Spence coming around the car, though.
Shut up, dog.
That man running towards them laws. I mean, yeah, maybe you gotta do what you gotta do.
Al, we can't. No. We're not making fun of this.
Okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm stop. I wasn't. I'm stop. My thing is, Raj, what you made me. Honestly, the thing that made me laugh the most, just in my head when you said it, was them boys got to have rubber bullets or something. And I was like, wouldn't it be funny if there was like a police squad of people who like just as bad as the guys that we're discussing right here, like those guys who just shot him. It was scary, but instead. It was like, oh, this is a domestic situation or whatever, or like a mental health situation. And the dude got a knife, and like, dude just hop out his desk. Oh, I'm going. Oh, the rubber bullet boy is going. And then boys get there, and as soon as they get out of the car, no questions that light him up with them rubber bullets,
and then arrest him.
And then arrest him. Raj, the way you just said it, I mean, he might be mad. And they might post pictures online with him with like a black eye and bruises all over his body. But everybody's gonna say that's better than killing him. Everyone. It
looked like he went and played paintball and got shot a bunch of times.
Just lighted his ass up with some rubber bullets. Put that goddamn knife down. Like
bang, 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 bang,
bang, bang, bang. Hit you by 7 times with rubber bullets. Yeah. And I heard them things hurt bad.
Yeah, like nigga, paintballs hurt. You went paintballing before?
Yeah, I went paintball. No, Los. This is not. Yeah, have you seen a rubber bullet before, Cudden?
Oh, no, I haven't. But paintball, I heard like a motherfucker.
I just think if a bullet, the same bullet, but made out of rubber. Not a paintball gun. A gun.
It's not pointy, though.
Shooting a bullet.
It's not pointy.
That thing could be whatever shape. It's not going to pierce your skin. That's the thing. Yeah, it's going to try to.
It's going to hurt.
Cutting.
And do more than just hurt.
I like the rubber.
Make you feel like you got shot.
Yeah, I like the rubber bullet shotgun daddy too. Like the ones that's the big ones.
They spray. Yeah.
You go sit down. Sit down.
Chill out.
Until you put the knife down. I mean,
I guess for me, really, the problem is that white folk don't get that same treatment. That's my problem.
Facts.
That's my problem. If y'all was shooting white people with knives, I might be like, okay, that's what y'all do. You know what I mean? That's just what y'all do.
My head all over the place. I thought you was talking about them shooting them with knives. I said
talking about a gun
that shoot knives. Me too. Like a bayonet cutting y'all shooting them with knives.
Okay, I was just saying, if y'all shoot white people with knives. Okay, if y'all shoot white people that have knives in their hand. White people with knives. If you shoot white people that have as well in knives and chase you with knives in your hand. Jesus Christ. You gotta on this podcast they can't be serious for a second, guys. Jeepers creepers.
God damn.
You know it's a problem when I'm the most serious person right now.
Los, you ain't do the World War II guns could shoot them
with the little knife, and you gotta go get it and then put it back in.
One shot.
Poof.
That's your last shot.
And gunpowder too. So on my way to get my knife, I gotta put gunpowder back in my gun.
Yeah, back then they used to shoot white folks with knives.
Yankee.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, man. Look, this is the second or third time over the course of the last 2 weeks I find humor in stuff that's not humorous. My bad, man. It's just I'm going through stuff in life, man. Y'all just bear with me, man. My life is crazy right now, man.
Y'all see, I've been serious.
It's not my fault, man. We was talking about how that's gonna affect voting. Raj, I'm gonna turn it over to you, man. We had a talk earlier this week. I want you to give a PSA to these people about when they can vote and how voting works.
So I'm gonna be a little candid right now, and let boys know that I thought that the voting started on November 3rd, and that I had like a week or something like that. I thought it started on November 3rd. I heard and I want to say
stop laughing. That man is telling the truth.
I appreciate Aldo NICE for informing me.
No, he did not.
Because it's been a while. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? Since I voted. So and I moved, and now I'm in a different state, and I'm registered to vote in Louisiana. I'm not registered to vote in Colorado. So I don't have a lot of advertisement and whatnot coming towards my way about voting and letting me know what it is. Because I don't feel like I'm in the boat by myself about at the beginning of the year knowing what was the date to vote. I felt like there was a lot of people that didn't know that date. And so when I heard that date, I assumed that date was when the polls opened. And that the polls was going to be closing a week later or however many days later. That's what I thought. And I apologize to America for it.
I appreciate that, Raj. I said this stat earlier when I was teaching a class that 90% of the people who voted in 2016 in Texas have already voted in 2020. Meaning that, like, yeah, like if 10 million people had voted last time in 2016, well, 9 million of those people have already voted in 2016. So just like you were ignorant about the voting deadline, I was ignorant about the voting start. Because I've always been a person who thought, oh, you got to vote on the day of the election. And I think they got like early voting like a couple Saturdays at like a school that you got to go to a certain place that's in your district, in your precinct, whatever. And then I realized like now I've peeped game on. Cutting, you can go anywhere and vote. Like I didn't know
early
that.
Voting.
I didn't know that. The early voting, you could go anywhere, right, Los?
Yeah, I definitely knew that.
I didn't know that.
What I do have to my advantage is I clown a lot. And so boys thought that I was clowning last week whenever I said what I said.
I definitely
But I wasn't. I just heard the disdain of me making an untasteful joke about not knowing when to vote and whatnot. And so I was like, well, I guess I did something wrong. So the next morning, so this would be
no, this
Thursday
is Sunday
morning. I woke up.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, sorry.
Thursday morning, I woke up and did some research and actually ordered a early voter or whatever you want to call it, absentee voter to be shipped. And they asked me all kind of questions about it. Why you haven't registered to vote? And so I'm getting it shipped. They called me. And they told me it's going to get to you on time, but you're going to have to overnight it back to us. So I do want America to know, our listeners to know that I will vote.
Right. You ain't voted. Your vote don't count. Why is that right, motherfucker? Now
Trump say he not trusting them mail-in votes.
Nah, Trump say, nigga, Trump making sure them votes don't go in.
That's funny. Man. He's trying to cut the post office.
I'm gonna do my job.
They gonna open them.
Just do your part, right? Just do your part.
Yeah, your part is knowing when to fucking early vote.
Shut up, Los. He would have to go back to Louisiana.
Bitch, I found out it ain't November 3rd yet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't find out after the fact. I found out before the fact. What time?
With your punk ass.
Bitch. Your bitch ass. Hoe ass nigga.
That's how you tell him, Raj. Fuck.
I like that energy.
What me and Raj was laughing about too when we was talking about this Sunday is the campaign ads. Do they get rich candidates in Denver too? I mean in the rich nigga commercials?
I think that they do. They get more of one candidate than they do the other candidate.
But like what we was talking about is how like Sri Kulkarni, the dude who run it, Kulkarni or whatever his name is, running in Houston. They got like a commercial running. Let's not talk about his wild cocaine-filled parties with holes in the desert.
What do we really know about Sri Kulkarni? About the notorious desert drug parties he attended, his cocaine arrest. Kulkarni's personal behavior is reckless. His liberal agenda, even worse. Kulkarni supports a government takeover of healthcare. A plan so extreme, it would eliminate private health insurance plans and could force 30 rural Texas hospitals to close. Sri Kulkarni, too reckless, too liberal. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Yeah. Let's talk about what I've done. Yeah. Let's talk about what I've done.
Let's talk about how he's votes with Nancy Pelosi and he wants to defund the police and Black Lives Matter to him. Like these are the types.
And I won't speak about what he did in Vegas in 2010.
Yeah, but no, Raj, we're making up some of it, but definitely it starts with we're not going to talk about the wild cocaine-filled parties in the desert. It's what they start.
That's hilarious.
I think Texas is the most aggressive state, though.
No. Ask Raj about Colorado. Give him one, Raj.
They worse.
So all I hear all day is about Slick John Hickenlooper.
What?
All he do?
Wait, that's a pimp.
That's his name, Slick John Hickenlooper.
That sounds like a
pimp.
Slick. That sounds like a pimp.
And what John Hickenlooper has done is all he do is take private flights with taxpayers' money to wherever. And so they asked him on the commercial. They asked him, so how many flights have you taken? Oh, I can't remember. And so
Slick.
This ad is paid for by the Republican committee and Cory Gardner.
We know slick, shady John Hickenlooper broke ethics laws and took millions in secretive donations. But Colorado's shadiest politician is a tax cheat, too. The IRS caught Hickenlooper red-handed in a complex scheme to dodge taxes. Shady John had to pay over $50,000 in back taxes. Political flim-flam artist, ethics lawbreaker, tax dodger extraordinaire. With slick, shady John Hickenlooper, the corruption never ends. NRSC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
And then Cory Gardner doesn't believe in pre-existing conditions when it comes to insurance.
No.
What?
No, doesn't believe about it. So Cory Gardner, that's what Slick John Hickenlooper said about Cory Gardner. And Cory Gardner shows up on TV with his mom that has terminal cancer.
Oh my God.
And he was like, how I don't believe in pre-existing conditions. My mama right here. Tell him, Mom. Yes.
What the mama said? What the mama? No, Raj. What the mama said?
No, wait. What are they running for?
Senate.
Oh shit.
That's our Corwin and MJ. That's theirs. Hold up. What does mama say, Raj? Vote for my son.
Yes, he actually believes in pre-existing conditions because look at me. and so yeah, it's just crazy. Like it's just so crazy. It's almost like them boys sit around and watch the ads, or like they make their ads together. Like they in the same room.
Them boys messy.
Okay, so I did actually see two people running for maybe the governor or the Senate in Utah, and they both came out as the Republican and Democrat, and they did a commercial together talking about listen, we don't like each other. We don't have the same political views, but like we ain't on no wild stuff. Whoever win. Like just vote for your party or his party or my party. It's all good. Like we not here for all of the foolishness. I thought that was one of the livest things I seen. It made me want to vote for both of them, honestly. And the Republican dude actually was like the more charismatic of the two. So I was like, oh, okay. I don't see it. I mean, Utah, whatever. Their values are probably very similar.
Everybody
anyway.
got 16 wives anyway. So.
No, one candidate said you could only have 4. So.
Oh yeah, I'm voting for the one that says 16.
So yeah, no, right. Slick John Hickenlooper.
I'm not voting for nobody named Slick though.
Nah, we gonna vote. You gonna vote for Sri Kanye?
That's like saying I'm not voting for what Trump called Joe Biden.
Oh, Sleepy Joe Biden.
Yeah, so I'm not voting
for Biden. That wasn't a good one though.
That's what he called him.
They call him Agent Orange too. But
Crooked Hillary. Is what they
that wasn't a good one either. I didn't believe him when he said that.
Okay. Slick John Hickenlooper
and Slick.
Slick named himself Slick. Slick named himself Slick. Right? I mean, Los, he's calling himself Slick. Like not what I'm saying. The other people.
I know that. If you call yourself Slick, I'm not voting for you.
Okay. He don't call himself Slick.
He called himself Slick. John Hickenlooper.
His mama named him Slick. I'm gonna call him Slick.
That's
funny. Cory Gardner calls him Slick.
So
they call him Slick John Hickenlooper because he used taxpayers' money.
I did not know.
I ain't gonna lie.
Call himself Slick.
That flow like that. His nickname was Slick.
I liked it when his name was Slick.
Yeah, I'm not voting for him. No name Slick.
I can't vote for somebody. I can't vote for no other.
I'll vote for Slim. I'll vote for Slim Bula.
Damn. You gotta see pictures of people before you vote. You want pictures like McDonald's before you cash your ballot,
I saw him on the commercial.
I thought you wanted pictures by your little box. You gotta press.
You're stupid. Why are you stupid?
He said he can't vote for no ugly dude.
Well, you gotta go in there with a little paper about who you gonna vote for before you vote, man. That's all it is.
This is the first year I did that, and it helped me a lot.
Did you vote for Kanye, or is he too busy trying to build the new city of the future in Haiti? I don't know if y'all heard about this, but I want to just bring it up real quick. Kanye basically said he's planning to build a new city in Haiti. And just to be clear, we're engaged with Haiti's government to make a transformational investment to bring jobs, development, help, support local farmers and fishermen, and build a city of the future in a very beautiful country. Okay, just really quickly. Rate the idea on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the dopest, and rate the potential execution on 1 to 10, with 10 being that he's going to definitely get it done.
I'm going to go 10-8.
Okay. Los, what you think?
I think it's super dope, so I go 10, and I'm going to go 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
He's a billionaire, so he can do it.
I'm going 10-3. It has no. I mean, it has Fyre Fest vibes to me, but like, yes. I'm not. I would love it. All of us is giving it a 10. We all think it's a great idea. Yeah. It's a black country. It's like the poorest country and one of the poorest countries in the world, and it's run by like black people, and it's black everything. It would be so exceptional if we brought it. An infrastructure was brought there to be able to say, yeah, like hurricanes pass here, a big earthquake happened there. We're gonna build buildings that are sustainable for that type of thing. It
won't flood. We got stuff where it won't flood. You know, infrastructure,
tourist areas, the whole nine.
Yeah.
I wanna let me defend, since y'all boys pretty much on the same page. I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum.
I've got twice as much faith in him as Los. He said 1.5. I said 3. That's twice as much.
Okay. Shut up. Well, shut up. I personally think that it ain't gonna cost nothing but $2.
Wow!
The city of the future gonna cost $2.
You are out of line.
That's it.
Raj, let me explain this to you. He not. But listen, the thing about it is this. It's so much you would have to do to make it where when one hurricane blow. Number one, it's Kanye West. I don't be believing in Ye like that. That's the first thing I put out when I don't believe in him like that. That's number one. Number two is, it's so much you would have to fix before you able to build up and make the city of the future. Because if you just throw some nice stuff up and it's not built to withstand category 26 hurricanes, it like every year it's gonna blow down. That's why Haiti is right now.
But Los, if I could hire 50,000 people and pay them $1 an hour, but that's gonna feed them, like that's gonna support their life in Haiti. I'm not literally saying $1.
They're not that broke out there, dog. You're being ridiculous.
No. Los, they're pretty damn broke. It is the poorest, like one of the poorest countries in the world.
I agree with that, but $1 an hour from people who don't have nothing, they buying nothing from nothing. So they still but it's gonna be a while before the resources get there before you can have them have somewhere to go to spend them.
Okay, it's gonna take time. I never said
$8 a day.
Time. It's gonna take time.
But I'm saying in that time, if you don't have the right engineers to come through and put together the right stuff and have the right material, it's gonna cost Kanye way too much money, and the government way too much.
They have engineering degrees, they're just not doing nothing with it.
That's Nigeria, boy.
Ridiculous.
That's not.
You are ridiculous. That's Nigerians.
Y'all both said the idea was great.
It's a difference between Nigerians and Haitians.
That's so stupid.
Anyway, them Zoes, bro. You can't play with them Zoes. But what I'm saying is this, dog. It's not gonna happen. Basically, I'm just leaving it. It's not gonna. He said real quick. It's not gonna happen.
So who would make it happen then, if not Ye?
Damn, Los.
Your boy's nice, huh? Now come that music, but nothing nice to say.
You know they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
Ain't nothing nice.
Yeah. I want to know more about hip hop. I mean, I used to be a hip hop artist. Go check out that Exposure. Yeah, and those were some of the most fun times in my life. But more than anything, I've always been a student of the game. I listen to Buku, Rakim, LL, Hov, Snoop, Lauryn Hill, Pac and Big, Tupac. Well, that's Pac. Nas, P, all them boys. I got over 25 years of solid hip hop history in my Rolodex, so I be knowing what I'm talking about. Side note, I heard they hyping up a T.I. and Jeezy battle. We could get to that maybe later, but I got Snowman over the Rubber Band Man all day and twice on Sunday. But back to my point once again. I want to know more about hip-hop. The reason I bring this up is because Raj used to do this segment on the podcast called NFL. Y'all remember that? And that was like the one time I heard of some of these female rappers. I mean, I've heard some of their names, but didn't really know much about them. I heard the name Saweetie, but I never really had a clue who that was. I actually have heard her songs, just so you know. 100% of her songs that I've heard are covers of old beats, so I look at her as like kind of a mixtape artist, I guess. I don't know. I just found out that she go with Quavo. I suppose that makes her poppin'. I mean,
Cardi and Offset are like the very interesting couple, but in some ways, if they're connected to them via Migos, then I guess they're important too. You know, whatever. I'm saying a lot, but you know what the point I'm trying to get at. She hopped on her IG live with her dude and said, if you're not getting you a Birkin, if you're not paying your bills, then throw that nigga back to the streets. I guess. Bitch, I Googled a Birkin bag and them hoes cost $20,000 and you got to get on a waiting list to get one. You know what burns my Boudin? Chicks who thinks they do should be spending $20,000 on a Oh, wait, that's not that segment? Never mind. I seen a bunch of people fire back and say that she should take that money and buy a house, or even another rapper I saw saying they should buy their girlfriend some land with that money instead. Shit. This put me in an interesting place. Like, who's right and who's wrong? I told y'all before I hate posing and posturing to look like you woke. So I think I'm going with the expensive purse, bro. Because what bitch want land for Valentine's Day? And I ain't got nothing nice to say about buying gifts because you think they're smart and not live things that the person may actually want. So I won't say nothing at all. P.S. My birthday is Monday. Cash out. $, BFW. Aldo.
Y'all getting them the Birkin? Or y'all getting them some land?
Land.
Yeah, I can use the land. The land is a both of us gift.
Something I really want. She don't want land.
Shit like
no, no. If you Rick Ross and put a bunch of roses on the land like Rick Ross said.
Go ahead, Raj. What you was about to say?
You know what came to my mind? I was just like, why people, why these women trying to like flex so much? And I was just like, you know what, that's not fair. Because like, we've been talking about rims and you know what I'm saying, cars and diamonds and stuff like that. I'm talking about dudes, rappers. We've been talking about that kind of stuff for so long. Let them women flex. Yeah. And that's cool. But like, don't bring us into it. Like, don't bring me into it and like, and tell my girlfriend what I need to do to be a real man and buy and do something frivolous. Because that's what it is. It's frivolous. Yeah. Buying land is not frivolous.
Well, okay.
That's a generous.
There's a bunch of things.
Can I say something? I just want to interject because I do have an opinion on this. And I thought about it a bit, not a lot, but I thought about it a bit before I said it. And this is what I thought. When Odell Beckham went out there last year or year before, whatever, and was planning that Richard Mille watch, and everybody's like, "Oh, he planning $1 million watch? Like, that's crazy." But nobody was like, he should have never bought that. They was like, that man make a bunch of bags so he could buy that watch. And if you really think about it, you hear a certain segment of people saying that watch can appreciate with time and it might actually be worth more later. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if Birkin bags are custom made and such, then maybe they appreciate. If you're not in much the same way, Raj, as like tennis shoes would, like that. Maybe they don't even have to be necessarily dead stock for you to sell a pair of Nike mags for a whole bunch more than you bought them. You know what I mean? So
if you don't wear them,
yeah. If you don't wear them until death, like they don't have to. Yeah.
Come on now.
No. Los. You can buy, if somebody told me they had a pair of Nike mags that they've been wearing for 6 months and they trying to sell them to me for a number that's reasonable, I'm buying them.
Okay.
That's not.
Women don't do purses like that. My thing is, I ain't buying you no bag that you can't afford.
Wait, hold on, Los.
Los, they have secondhand.
Yes, they do. Women do purses like that.
No, I know they give them back, but I'm saying I'm not buying them. Now, if I'm gonna do a Birkin, I need to wait till you hit the pawn shop on Westheimer. I'm not the secondhand daddy. I'm not buying you no purse you can't afford to buy yourself.
And so that's what I wonder. I wonder who Saweetie was talking to, because like
Quavo
she was not talking to me.
Oh, you mean
she was saying,
who she was suggesting? No, I'm
saying
this
like
for.
If she's saying like a real man need to buy their woman a Birkin bag or like throwing back on the street, like who is she? Like, is she talking to me or is she talking to like Cardi B and Offset?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm about to say, y'all know how much Birkin bags cost though?
Well, they said they're starting at 20 racks, and I'm like,
exactly.
I mean, some dudes buy their women cars. I mean, it's like I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, a car is different than a bag. Like a car, you gonna have that for a while, and
appreciates a bag of.
That we don't know that. We don't know, because if you buy a chick,
we definitely know a car depreciates.
Yes, we know that for sure. But I'm saying we don't know if that bag will appreciate when you go when you buy for a chick who the best bag she ever had was a Coach. Because she gonna wear that Birkin bag every single day and set it down on the floor.
Oh, you thought we meant if she's gonna appreciate it. No, that's not what we meant.
No, I'm saying no. She's gonna depreciate the bag by wearing it every single day. And by the time she get through
a dirty foot who gonna depreciate
exactly. Not spending 20 G's on you. Yes, dog. It's gonna be
Dennis Rock.
It's gonna be baby bottles in there, half open Cokes in there. Whatever women just throw their keys like women that don't never have nothing like that.
Tampons, change,
dumb shit,
and fucking
the bag gonna be dirty. Nobody gonna want that bag no more. Only people who be able to get them bad back are people who got a lot of expensive bags and they wear them for a season, and then they resell them back like that. But women,
so you talking about two different type of people. Like whenever you talk about
lotion,
and Al made the parallel about shoes.
Yeah, lotion in the bag. Not me, but lotion.
Made the parallel about shoes. You're not gonna buy no Nike mags. Like there ain't no riffraff that's gonna bust up some Nike mags gonna end up with Nike mags. Like that's not gonna happen.
But you know why? But do you know why? He bought them for himself.
No, Raj. There are riffraff. I'm going to say this just real quick. There are riffraff who bust up expensive shoes. Like I've seen Travis Scott's. I've seen a bunch of like Union ones. I've seen people bust them up, and it's usually like skater dudes. But I guess the other thing I would say about this is, Raj, they probably have the money to do so, or to connect. Yeah, or either one. The bag.
They probably don't care about the appreciation or depreciation of the product.
Yeah. Okay, but what I'm telling you is, you buy this for a little chick, like a normal dude, like a normal. We talking about a normal dude spend $20,000 on a goddamn handbag. Number one, he out of his mind. Number one, his chick is normal too. So you know what she doing with that bag? She carrying as much as possible.
Normal
and she she putting all her stuff. She carrying that bag as much. She
doing normal shit with a Birkin bag. Putting it in an HEB cart. Hanging off the side of HEB cart.
Dog, putting that thing under that little thing at Papacitas. You know, they got them little hooks at the bottom at the bar. Hanging it right there. Spilling margarita on it.
Putting it under the seat in front of her on the plane.
Dog, putting that thing right by the hookah at Seaside. and where every time somebody takes the Hennessy out of the water, it spill on the bag. Like, come on, man.
That's funny.
She doing regular girls, but she carrying it every day. The women carry them bags for the season.
Ultimately, what Roger said makes sense. It's not. She wasn't talking to us. She was talking to somebody else.
Exactly. I didn't get offended. I know she wasn't talking to me. I'm on child support and I got asthma. So there's no way you talking to me. I can't buy a woman a hot dog.
Stop it. Before we get out of here, man, the BET Hip Hop Awards took place this week.
85 South Show. Shout out.
I didn't know nothing. I didn't watch it. But John Corwin is the top salesman for gutting protections for people with pre-existing conditions. I'm watching this on the news right now, Raj. As you said, the worst of Washington. Anyway,
like Al.
The BET Hip Hop Awards this year, you know, we always go through the nominees of these type of things and talk about who won. So I'm just going to run through them real quick. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different awards. First, Lyricist of the Year. Big Sean, The Baby, Drake, J. Cole, Megan Thee Stallion, or Rhapsody?
Rhapsody.
Oh, my God.
Who'd you say?
Rhapsody.
Yeah, Rhapsody was the answer. You've seen
She killed this year.
I don't even know who that is, but you've obviously watched it.
Who is
Rhapsody?
It's
a chick.
I thought that was like
it's a chick from South Carolina. She cold.
So
she nice though.
Music.
No, she nice.
Funny.
She a chick from South Carolina. She actually really
Los,
nice.
you watched this, obviously.
No, I didn't. I really didn't. I just know that. I didn't.
She's actually from North Carolina, but yeah.
One of them. I thought it was South Carolina. It's not South Carolina. One of them Carolinas. But she nice. She really nice. I didn't watch it. I swear to God, I didn't watch it.
Best live performer: Big Sean, The Baby, Drake, Megan Thee Stallion, Roddy Ricch, or Travis Scott?
Travis Scott.
Well, did you see this, Los? Or you?
No, I haven't seen that. I swear to God.
Well, Los, I mean, Raj, you're obviously looking at the answers right now for some reason to know that he had the answers. So this kind of takes away the fun of the game. But
that's
yeah,
on my dad.
Travis Scott
on my dad, I haven't seen it. I just know.
Let me get out of this. So I haven't seen. That's the only thing.
On my dad, I haven't
Travis
seen
Scott. It. Both of y'all are ridiculous.
No,
Next,
Carl, I didn't see it. I'm just
the best new hip hop artist. Flo Milli, Jack Harlow, Mulatto, NLE Chopper, Pop Smoke, or Rod Wave?
Pop Smoke.
I'm gonna say Pop Smoke because he died.
Or NLE.
He did, but I don't know. Can you call somebody the best new artist if they died? And I feel anyway. Next, best duo or group.
It was Pop Smoke.
Yeah, it was Pop Smoke. I was absolutely on it. Best duo or group: Chris Brown and Young Thug, City Girls, Earth Gang, Jack Boys, Migos, and Run the Jewels.
Jack Boys.
Migos.
It was Chris Brown and Young Thug.
Really?
That I feel like that's a slap in the face to a group. That's like Owen Hart and Yokozuna winning the championship.
This dude love wrestling, man. This
Kane
dude,
and The Rock.
This dude love wrestling, man. Mike Tyson and who Mike Tyson came in there for that time?
No, it was Cactus Jack and The Rock. Huh? The Rock and Sock.
Jack and Dude Love.
Not them two. Not them two.
I hate that y'all love wrestling like that.
Hey, Mankind and what stupid. Oh man.
Jake the Snake and what you call it? And the nigga who died, Snap It to a Slim Jim.
Macho Man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage.
I mean, that's one. But it ain't necessarily what we was doing. Hollywood Hogan and the Hulkster. Anyway. So next, the best collaboration.
I ain't want to wrestling.
The Baby featuring Roddy Ricch, Rockstar. Future featuring Drake, Life is Good. Jack Harlow featuring Tory Lanez, The Baby, and Lil Wayne, What's Poppin'. Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce and Savage. Megan Thee Stallion featuring Nicki Minaj and Ty Dolla $ign, Hot Girl Summer. And Mustard featuring Roddy Ricch, Ballin'. That's a lot of good songs.
Gotta be Hot Girl Summer. If that's on
there. It's Savage.
That was one. It was Savage. Savage won.
Okay.
Savage was the one.
I figured if Megan Thee Stallion was on there twice.
Beyonce on Savage, man. Come on now. That's common sense.
Savage, yeah. What Beyonce was on there.
That's common sense.
Hip hop album of the year. The Baby, Blame It on Baby. The Baby, Kirk. Future, High Off Life. Lil Baby, My Turn. Megan Thee Stallion, Sugar. And Roddy Ricch, Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial.
Lil Baby.
Roddy Ricch.
It was Roddy Ricch. I thought it was gonna be Lil Baby too.
What?
Song of the year: Bop by The Baby, Life is Good by Future and Drake, Rockstar by The Baby and Roddy Ricch, Savage remix, The Box, Roddy Ricch, Tootsie Slide, Drake.
The Box.
Oh, it's The Box or Savage? I think it's Savage.
It's
go with Savage.
It's The Box. It's The Box.
Damn.
No doubt.
It's The Box. The Box was.
And they put a stick in the box and the big in the box.
Yeah, it was the beat. Whoever, produced by 30 Rock and That Boy Squeeze. Yeah, that was them. It was the beat. But I mean, it's a dope song too. Yeah, best hip hop video: The Baby, Bop, The Baby and Roddy Ricch, Rockstar, Drake, Tootsie Slide, Future and Drake, Life is Good, Lil Baby, The Bigger Picture, and Roddy Ricch, The Box.
Life is Good.
Lil Baby.
It was Life is Good. Wasn't that the one where they was all in like McDonald's and stuff and doing different jobs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good video.
I think that was just the one that everybody saw because I never really seen none of the other.
I really haven't seen any videos.
Oh,
Tootsie Slide. That's when he was walking around his house. Was it Tootsie Slide when Drake was walking around his house?
Yeah.
Okay. Hip hop artist of the year: The Baby, Drake, Future, Lil Baby, Megan Thee Stallion, or Roddy Ricch.
They gonna give it to.
I mean, Roddy Ricch won Album of the Year, so he had to be the
Lil Baby.
It was Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
I just been going for everything Lil Baby. So
it wasn't bad. What's funny is what y'all didn't notice. The Baby had a record 12 nominations for awards and lost all 12.
Yeah.
Damn.
He sucks.
I bet you Drake has a record amount of nominations for his entire career.
Yeah.
Without winning.
Well, hold up. Drake won?
No, Drake
he won Best Hip Hop Video.
Yeah, you gotta relax.
No, I'm not saying that he didn't win. I'm saying like I feel like his nominations to wins are higher.
Oh, like LeBron going to the finals.
I think the majority of people nominations to wins. Well,
Roddy Ricch hit that like 70% this year.
That's because you know why? Because they burned out all the ballot box, the absentee voting for the rest of the world.
For the hip hop awards. Because all of the people from Canada could mail in their votes the day after the award show.
And listen, Atlanta line was too long, and then Canada shit didn't cross over, That's the only reason. The shit in LA too, ain't it? What in LA?
Houston got better mail service than everybody else. That's why Megan won.
Exactly. Ain't no way. Rather Rich Nice. I fuck with him, but it's some of the categories you don't beat Lil Baby in some of that stuff. Relax, man.
Yeah, I mean, Roddy Ricch isn't as full formed of an artist as Lil Baby, definitely. We've been talking about how the baby fell off, and I don't know how he had that many nominations.
He didn't fall off. He just stayed exactly the same. Like every album sound the same exact album.
Same thing. Hey man, listen. I'm gonna say this just like this, man. Let's hope this is the last ever episode of the Best Friend Weekend podcast with Donald Trump still the president. Now, we'll find out next week.
I don't know.
He gives us a lot of good material. Yes, so I would hate to see him go in that regard, but for the world, for everything else, like I was talking about, for rapid testing, for pre-existing conditions, for just sanity in the world, bro, like that guy gotta go. So we're gonna see, man.
If you haven't already, I think he's coming back, man. I don't know. We'll see. It's scary.
That's what you want. That's what you leave in the. That's what you trying to leave the podcast on that energy.
I was about to say,
bitch, fuck you.
Damn, I didn't vote for him, but you talk to your coworkers about that. But I was thinking, my thing was
talk to the woman who sit in your office with you all the time. About that.
Motherfucker. But I'm really, for me, I'm kind of spooked about this whole thing because I don't know where it's gonna go if he wins or loses. You know what I mean? Like, well, I guess it'll be, if he win, I'll be spooked. But if he loses, I'm gonna be on high guard, like, because it's the first time ever. Like, I got off from work. We don't have school on that day.
Oh,
it's the first time we don't have school on election day.
Well, they looking for a reason not to have them kids over there spreading that COVID.
No. They don't care about that. That's how we'll talk about that next podcast.
Is y'all school an election site?
No.
Oh, okay. So then I don't know.
No, they don't. Yeah, we'll talk about how they don't give a fuck about.
Well, yeah, you know what it is. No, you know what it is. Honestly, I think it's a lot of schools are election sites, and they don't want people coming over there with kids over there because of COVID. That makes sense to me. I would hopefully that's the reason.
We only got in my district. We only got 2 places election sites, and the air building is one of them.
Well, no, one of them is the one right by the crib. What is that thing called? I go to the little gym in damn it, I don't know. Right there off of Spice Lane.
Landers.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Are they open this year again?
I don't know, man. I early voted, so I don't know.
I remember A-Leaf said they're not open up because they didn't have it. They didn't have the early voting at the ad building this year.
Now you're asking me questions, and I don't even know where A-Leaf is. I don't know who worked there.
That's what I'm about to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, man, listen, man. Y'all go vote if you haven't already done so, man.
Bang, bang.
Make sure to set your clocks back at the end of this weekend. It's Aldo NICE birthday. If you see me on the streets or on the gram, go ahead and shoot me a holler. It'll mean a lot.
Hey,
all the
we
rest
doing?
of that,
we
man.
Doing something, or we just staying at home?
We'll find out, man. Listen, man, don't tell it. We say it on here that it might not be. It'll be 2 packed. It won't be socially distancing. It'll be a large gathering, man.
Let's
so until next time, man, y'all have a great weekend.
Bang bang. Bang,
Make it a best friend weekend.
Bang bang bang.
And we out.
Bang 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 bang.
From the first 10 minutes of the first conversation on the first episode of the Best Friend Weekend podcast, we've been telling you about Ito Hand Car Wash. Man, Jay, Harry, and the fam been servicing, detailing, and shining up y'all cars in East Downtown Houston for as long as we've been doing this podcast. Black owned and operated. Yeah, you heard that right. Black owned and operated. Ito Hand Car Wash has been the standard of an operation that uplifts the community and provides the service that we need every day. A quality hand car wash by good people. Listen, man, if you haven't been there yet, I don't know why. We've been telling y'all for years. What I gotta do to convince you? Oh, okay, check it out. I got you. If you show up to the wash and give the discount code Best Friend Weekend or Wash Daddy, you get 10% off your visit. So we're hooking y'all up. Besides that, if you follow them on IG at EADO Hand Car Wash, you can find out which day of the month the Ito's food truck will be popping up. Oh, I didn't mention, they had their own recognized and awarded food truck on location with an authentic South Louisiana and Tex-Mex menu,
tuna and nachos, stuffed bread, crawfish tacos, all that, man. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Man, stop what you're doing. Go to your Google Calendar, make an event, and plan to come through Edo Hand Car Wash this week. 2919 Leland Street in East Downtown Houston. Edo, revolutionizing the hand car wash experience.